The team ain't as good as that. It's clear to see. We just have more X factor than everyone else in the league. But that ain't gonna win us the Champions League. We're not beating Madrid when they start to click. We're not beating Bayern Munich. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure about PSG at the moment. It's not enough. The players outside of our X factor, it's not enough. We're just better than what the league is providing at the moment. Yeah. And that's why I still talk down to everyone, because they're so shit. Everyone else is wank rants. Everyone else is actual.
Bro, you don't need to tell me about football shit, bro. This is what I'm saying. Football shit, bro. A man are arguing with man over different shit ballers. Like, who's better than who, and they're both shit. Like, bro, this is the state of football right now, bro. Like, man have to be real, bro. Man is the state of football right now, bro. These man are, it's dross, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, man watched a game where Bayern Munich here had to get rescued against Celtic, bruv. Bayern Munich, blood. Like, how is that a thing, blood? Bayern Munich are supposed to beat Celtic 8-0, blood. They're meant to beat Celtic 8-0, blood. And man are seeing them, man, almost went out to Celtic, bro. Like, bro, football's fried. And this is why, bro, when man want to talk about this Musiala youth, bro, like, bro, this guy is not that good, like. You man need to allow it. Someone in the chat said he's got 5 GA this season, blood. I hope that's a joke. I hope that's a joke, because he's one brother that gets a certain amount of freedom to play at Bayern Munich, bro. Like, they kind of give him the freedom to kind of, because he's there, he's kind of got the freedom to kind of drop in pockets and do whatever he wants. Like, a man got 5 GA, blood. He's one of the only so-called 10s that actually has the freedom to play like a 10, and he's got 5 GA. That can't be real. Can't be real, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, 5 GA in the Champions League, 12 GA in the league, bro. Man said he's got 1 GA in the last 17 knockout games, bro. Brother, this guy just dribbles, blood, and loses the ball. That's all he does, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But he looks like a cage baller, bro. I told you. It's like them boxers that look like fighters when they hit in the pads, bro. And then they get hit, bro. And then man curl up in the corner of the ring, cuz. You know them ones? Like, that's what them man do, bro. Like, he's not on anything, bro. That's the reality. He's got no end product. He just looks like a good footballer, bro. He looks like one, bro. Man's just a cone dribbler, bro. And this is what a lot of these players are, bro. Phil Foden's starting to fall into that bracket. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want Kobe Mino to fall into that bracket. But the truth is, a lot of these guys, yeah, they just got really good fundamentals and that. They look good on the eye, bro. Erdegaard falls into that bracket as well, blood. He's probably the original mutant. The original one, bruv. He just looks like a footballer, bro. Kai Havertz as well. What did I tell you, man, about Kai Havertz? First touch merchant, bro. Just looks like a footballer, bro. He looks like one. But then when you watch a man play football, he ain't doing nothing. But he looks like a baller, though. Like. Do you know what I'm saying? Jesus looks like a baller as well, black. Fully looks like a baller. Like, when you see my man drop a shoulder in that, he looks like a baller. And at the end of the season, he's like, oh, yeah, don't worry about goals. I don't do that. I don't do that. I said, I don't do goals, I don't do assists, I just do dribbles. You get me? I hear it. Looks like a player, though. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the problem. Like, these men look like footballers, but they're not really footballers, cuz. They're not really. Them men are just on the pads. They're them boxers on the pads. On the pads. Put them in the ring, bro. Them man don't know they don't know the first thing, mate. Man talking about Noni Madueke. Oh, Rants, have you seen him? Man whips it top bins in training. Yeah. All right, cool. What about the games, bro? What about the games? Nah, bro, just training, bruv. Training, bruv. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. On the pads. On the bag, bro. On the bag. They might look like fighters on the bag. Top corner in training, fam. These men are scrubs. This is the game. This is the fucking game, bro, right now. And now all you need, yeah, is the right coach to get these guys that look good on the bag, yeah, put them in the right system and they look like killers. They look like killers in the right system. And in the wrong system, they're nothing, bro. This is what these men are. These men are nothing players, bro. Nothing players. And this is the game. The game of football's full of it. It's probably easier to find players that don't fit into that. It's probably easier to find players that don't fit into that. Martinelli fits into that. Looks like a footballer. He ain't a footballer. It's fucking shit. Garnacho ain't a footballer. These men are not footballers. I swear to you, Rasmus Højlund, they're not footballers. Not a footballer, bro. Man could go through all of these players. They're not footballers, bro. Fucking Soboslai ain't no footballer. He's not. Nunes ain't a footballer. These men are not footballers.
Athletes, bro.
They're athletes. They're not footballers, bro. Man can go through, yeah. Most of these teams in the Premier League, and I'll tell you, these men are not footballers. They're athletes. Bruno's not a footballer. He's not a footballer. The problem is in this game, yeah, now, man are just getting athletes, bruv. Ugarte is not a footballer. That's why when he came in, I called this guy garbage, bro. And man are talking about Ten Hag tax and all these things. Yeah, to a certain degree, but if you can't control a ball and pass it 5 yards, you're not a footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a footballer, because even if you're a goalkeeper, you should be able to control the ball and pass it 5 yards. So if you can't do it and you're a midfielder, you're not a footballer. Like, for me, Raheem Sterling ain't a footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are not footballers. Even Erling, bro. Like, Erling's a fucking machine. He ain't a footballer, man. And the thing is with me, yeah, because I like footballers, yeah, man say that, oh, yeah, Rants is just an aesthetics merchant. No, because I believe no matter what position you play on the pitch, yeah, you should still have the fundamentals. You should still be a footballer. I like all my strikers to be footballers. Man are saying that Xerxes not a striker because he's a footballer. Man are like, oh, no, he doesn't fit the mold of a number 9. But when I was growing up, all the number 9s were footballers. They had touches. Do you know what I'm saying? If I play the ball into Shevchenko, man weren't saying, oh, Rants, he don't need to have a good first touch because he's a striker. Like, as long as he scores goals. Nah, man, he still needs to be responsible. He still needs to be technically responsible. He still needs to have the fundamentals. He's a footballer. Adriano. All of these, man, they're footballers, bro. When I play the ball into my striker, he's supposed to have that shit under manners, bro. Because he's a striker, that it doesn't absolve him from having the ability to play football. Just because man's a winger, it doesn't absolve him from the ability to play football. It don't absolve him. No matter where you play. If you're a right back, it doesn't absolve you, yeah, from the ability to control a ball and pass it and play football, bro. It doesn't absolve you. Now, man are saying, oh, yeah, Erling don't have a first touch. It's all right. He doesn't need it. What do you mean he doesn't need it? How can you play football and not need a first touch? It's impossible. How can you not need one? That's crazy. That's like saying in boxing, you don't need a defense, bro. You can have the best chin in the world, but you still need a defense, bro. I'm gonna say, I don't need it. Like, you need it. How can you not need fundamentals, bro?
But again, it's just everything that's wrong. Wrong with the development. I can't anymore. Like, as I said, maybe this is what you lot go through. In fact, this is what you lot kind of go through more than what we go through, because we're winning and we're in cup finals and we're leading the table and that stuff. Obviously, this stuff kind of only spills over when Liverpool lose or draw a game. You know what I'm saying? Or we get knocked out of cup. Because then obviously you kind of have to look at what's wrong or what's going wrong. But when you're in the position that Man United are in, it's every week. It's every week. It's every single week. You know, with multiple players doing the same stuff and people waiting. You're waiting for one player to do something right. After 10 games, finally does it right. Everyone acts like it's the norm. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. People say the badge weight. I know the badge weight is heavy on certain players, but I think the badge also confuses certain fans.
I genuinely don't think, yeah, that the badge weighs heavy on good players. I just don't believe that.
As a certain players.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I just believe, yeah, that if you're good enough, those problems never arise. If you're not good enough, those problems arise. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen a footballer, yeah, that's good enough to be somewhere and man are talking about, oh, the badge. Nah, bro, it's not about the badge, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Ability is ability, fam. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing I would say. It's not about confidence. It's just ability, bro. When you have ability, confidence is never a thing, bro. It's never a thing. And this is what it is. I don't believe in the bad shit, bro. I don't believe in it. I believe that if you're a footballer and you're in a functioning team, yeah, like for example, look at the amount of young players that have come through at Liverpool. Yeah. What's his name? The right back. I always forget his name, bro. What's his name? What's the right back's name?
Well, he's right. What for?
Your right back.
Trent, Conor Bradley.
Bradley, bro.
Yeah.
When Bradley come through, yeah, man. How come the weight of the badge never stopped man from playing? It's not because he's the best right back in the world. It's because he's come into a functional, cohesive team, yeah, and it's easier to play in that. It's easier to play in a confident team when everyone knows what they're doing, and you just get slotted in there.
When the team's winning and things are working, you get it.
You can make loads of changes, bro. It's got nothing to do with the badge.
There's even room for error, to be fair, because
precisely,
you won't get punished as often for your errors.
Well, there you go. It's got nothing to do with the badge. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even under Van Gaal, for us, yeah, we were bringing through all of these young players, yeah, and most of them, after leaving Man United, ended up playing in the Championship and in League One and stuff. Like, they weren't even really Premier League level players, and the weight of the badge wasn't too much for them at Man United, and they weren't even that good. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in this weight of the badge thing. Like, I don't believe in it. I just believe that if you put a player in a struggling team, most of the time they're going to struggle. It's got nothing to do with what team it is. If you put a player in a team that is struggling, you almost can't blame them for not being able to make an impact, or blame them for looking as bad as what's around them. Because most of the time in football, yeah, because football is a system game, players look as bad as what's around them. They do. That's it. Like, this isn't the era of just go out there and play football. Because if it was, players would be able to stand out. But not many players in the modern game, yeah, can look good in chaos. They can't. Kobe Mino looked good in chaos, yeah, in his first season. That's why people started championing him and thinking he was as good as whatever, is because he looked like the bright spark amongst complete shit. But it's very, very rare that you see a player stand out in chaos. Xerxes done that in the Tottenham game. He was the one player that stood out amongst relative mediocrity. Cole Palmer done that last season for Chelsea. But it takes a special player to stand out amongst fucking bullshit. Most of the time, you're going to look as shit as everything that's around you.
Yeah, but that's why I rate players also that can, as I said, that I've done it in both. You know, like when you've been there in the worst times, and you can strike, because there's also a man that actually struggle in the good times. You know what I'm saying? Where you know when a big fish goes to a small fish goes to a big fish
to a big pond, yeah, and they can't sort themselves out.
Yeah, because it happens in football. You know what I'm saying? It does happen in football. You see many examples.